Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. And because of the long-winded videos I did about different people, both black and white, how people assert their dominance, it don't matter who did what, you know, it can be manufactured. This is a video to bring all that together. Try not to be too long-winded about it. I'll try, but this should bring it all together for you. Quite simple. The very reason why I say to you white leftist bootlickers that you can kiss my fucking ass with that shit that all white people shoot people and all white people need to lower themselves down, self-degrade, and are all the problem. You kiss asses there. Debunking your theories. Did you yeah, sometimes in this world where it's a fucked up world where everybody weaponizes who they are for the most trivial and petty things, and they do it just to assert their dominance. And you don't want that to discourage you from standing up for yourself. But sometimes you've got to know when to stand up for yourself. I mean, or be subtle. Try to stand up for yourself in a subtle way. Know when to do that and when not to do it in a way where you have to watch out not to antagonize people, play into their hands, and sometimes you got to say, I don't antagonize them, watch what you say. You don't want to be silenced and be the one that has to shut up all the time, but sometimes never meet a wave head on or meet a storm head on. That's what they want. You got to be cautious too. You got to be a little bit subtle and calculating, put it that way. Yeah, and one particular guy, I remember his whatever Google name or YouTube name. I think he called himself Security Monitor Lizard. If you're still lurking there, I'll give you a few of these too. I bring him up a long time ago. Yeah, a vague comment that I had when I talked about in text on the YouTube wall about why it's a good thing to support non-woke black YouTubers out of spite. I got good reason too why you can kiss my fucking ass here. I bring him up even though it was a text from the past, you know, as an example, because he made a statement to me about supporting the non-woke black YouTubers and telling me about facts that they don't produce, that they don't state facts, like the fuck they don't. But anyway, this is an example. This ain't so much about that. But I'm cover one of the theories that, okay, for example, me and my partner lived in a neighborhood that was mostly black. We had friends, we joke around. In Western Pennsylvania, both black and white people, I said, you don't like the way I talk or organize thoughts. I work next to and live next to black people who would talk a mile a minute, and sometimes very good people that you get a word in edgewise, even though I yammer like. But anyway, in a town like I had, I'll never forget, it's going to be going on 5 years right after we left the town. Yeah, the black on black shooting. Well, there's people that look like me that'll do this shit. Okay, we heard about shootings in the buildings up the hill from us where we used to live. And bringing this shit up that destroys your theories, the non-woke black YouTubers, the one guy that was a former police officer, he states facts too. Yeah, right over on the news, you hear about it all the time. Nobody says a word. It's all about the Al Sharpton and Oprah preaching their rhetoric or whatever the hell and telling everybody else how things are going to be. But using the town that we came from as an example, no sooner we left there, couple shootings happened from right up there. But even before we lived there and even after, you hear about this shit. And unlike what the white leftists talk their bullshit and get views for their brainwashed audience there, Yeah, a fact is still a fact. Yeah, you can be black, and for simple reasons. I've preached in videos, not even singling out anybody because they're black or white or gay, about people asserting dominance and things. And what I'm getting at in this video is, I'm telling you, if you got this far in this video, simple shit, black on black. Somebody wants to verbally intimidate for whatever reason to assert dominance. It can be bullshit. Not even say fuck you to each other, exchange raising voice. Say for example, if you're black, you wait, and you have a more charismatic way of subtly reasoning with somebody, and and all that, and instead of being intimidated, a little bit sarcastic. Not even without raising voice or anybody raising fists. You think it's over, and somebody will get mad because you fractured their ego and shoot you. No, but the shit we heard on the news doesn't say that, but that's how the hell it happens. Some small dispute, you think it's over, and then a person that gets shot even thinks it's over, and later on, both black and white people, I believe in the right to bear arms, but both black, white people, and redneck, you get black on black and redneck on redneck shootings. You just say something, fracture their ego, and yes, there are cowards with guns. Or you can get somebody, you can be black or white, and they're not sure. They'll try to do their intimidation, and they're not big enough to intimidate or whatever. Any simple reasons fracturing their ego. And me and my partner lived in this town. You got friends of another race, right? And yes, there is games that they'll try to play to isolate you. They don't want you to have. Some people in that other race don't want you to have friends of that other race. They want you to be isolated too. There is some sneaky, the popular definition of racism, what people want to, if you will, put in people's heads. There is that other side of the tracks, racism too. They do it more discreetly, and we had a few people in the neighborhood that had big mouths, were openly, didn't like white people or whatever. Yeah, we had a couple people in the towns too that didn't like interracial relationships. There is black folk that one black dude, he's with white women, and they don't. Yeah, you got some of that around, too, and it's their prerogative if they want to feel that way, you know what I mean, too. Just a couple different attitudes or whatever, too, but yeah, that element's there. People don't talk about that much either. But anyway, just maybe us, when we lived in this other town, you get somebody that's a shit starter, say some bullshit to assert dominance, yell some shit, some are old or whatever. You got to be more subtle, or you got to be like for example, I'll make a meme out of, I want to make a meme out of that rock group Poison from the 80s and 90s, how they, nothing but a good time. I'd have to, anybody, I don't know about that music, but there was a scene before the music video where the guy is yelling at the long-haired person washing dishes, "Hey you, I'm paying you to wash dishes, not to listen to that rock and roll. Get your buddy." And he'd had the cocky look on his face like. Anyway, closest thing I can say is, when you're in a neighborhood like mine, you got friends that are black, and any instinctive, more bees with honey than with vinegar, it wasn't always a good thing to verbally stand up and say, "Oh fuck you," or whatever, or stand up, or do anything that's challenging, that to get physical or anything. You had to be subtle when certain people were in their shitty moods, pissy moods. And any verbal challenging that ain't subtle, it's considered you being the aggressor. In some cases, they'll want to turn your friends of that other race against you. And some of them are their relatives. And usually those friends of that other race, they're usually okay. They'll, behind the person's back that's doing the yelling, that's also black, they'll go like this. They're standing back here, and some of them see it, they'll go like this. And they'll whisper to you, they're just, and like I said in videos before, You have friends that happen to be black, they'll go and say, you see that dude over there or that bitch over there? Watch what you say around them. If they say a certain thing, ignore them. There's reasons for that. Certain kind of verbal confrontations or whatever, certain ways. Get an excuse. They'll get their relatives and buddies after you. You can get jumped or shot. You know what I mean? So, the best way, you'll have a cocky look or try to say something a little suddenly or be subtle or diplomatic later, but sometimes you let them yell if they're in a pissy mood, and you have to have that cocky look on your face. Or you can say small, even if you say small things, especially some of the old ones too. But my combination of beliefs in Christianity and the occult, and where both black and white people in religion, it's even though you go to church, there's that voodoo type thing that's in there, you know what I mean? And some of the dancing around and slaying in the spirit things both white and black people do. My belief different than Styx Hexenhammer 666. But yeah, you got to watch both old white and both old black people. Yeah, they could, about putting curses on you and shit too. If I'm a little superstitious about that too, but anyway, but still, no matter what age they are, they have a tendency, well, just like anybody with the same race as you or opposite race of you, if they're a stranger, they're saying to roll out on the bus. They're looking to go off on you, you ignore them. There are some self-defense experts that, even though they're real good at their craft or whatever, they tell you that too, because they're trying to set you up, maybe pull out a gun and shoot you, or they want an excuse. They want you to say something and say something back so they can go off on you, or like maybe wait later somewhere you get jumped or shot their buddies. That's the kind of fucking games people will play. And racially, they want to divide you that way too and isolate you. And you got shit starters around the race, even places you work. They want you to make a wrong decision too and egg you on to make a wrong decision. They need to isolate the person of the other race. Well, if you're black, the same reason. You may have, yes, some people that are more white will play that game too. If you're one of them people that are black, somebody's jealousy. Well, there was a guy I saw on YouTube too. The guy with the gold chains, and he had his gold chains robbed by other black people. He says, black people, another black man will never congratulate you for what you got or what you achieved or however you got it. They want it. They're jealous. Well, see, there's people that look like me too. I said, yeah, good paying factory job in Western Pennsylvania for the era I was in was pretty damn good money. People that look like me will never, another person that looks like me won't always congratulate you for what you got. They're shit starters too. They give you their dirty last looks. So my thing is, if you got this far in this video, if you wanted to make memes of a little bit of everybody, yeah, if you want to say, oh yeah, somebody out there is looking at your posts like this. Before we even had this social media, you had somebody out there who's giving you dirty looks looking like this. It could be somebody of the other race. Everybody, black or white, has that it varies but similar thing they do with their lips or their eyes or their face. Whether it's another person that looks like me, there could be a meme like that for that. Somebody that's black, somebody that's a white woman, somebody that's a black woman, and black woman on black woman on black woman, black man on black man. Somebody like me, variations of people that look like me. Some of them are friendly and some of them don't like each other. They got that look they do with their face or looking right at you. Or some of them are friendly or nice to your face and they have a seething mind. You can see that in your face too. I preached in videos too about anybody, both black, white, male, female, that smiles a lot with their teeth. They're trying to do it with their teeth too much, like being friendly, but they have a seething mind. They're gritting their teeth. Or you get somebody like, whether it's even in high school like this, they want to smile with their teeth and be friendly, and they want you to be intimidated discreetly and wants you to feel like they're laughing at you and then make you intimidated. But yet you can see through that they're actually gritting their teeth. They have a seething mind, even if they're smiling with their teeth. But like I said, both, I don't care if you're black, white, male, female, different weight classes, skinny, heavy, or whatever. Everybody got their look. And not to be paranoid, but people can be treacherous as hell. You fracture their ego, you can get shot or stabbed or get jumped later, and you have to be diplomatic with people. And you may want to be involved in something for the good of mankind, you know what I mean, to give yourself a good name. And when you do that, that pisses some people off too. I said certain things, the pros, and I did videos on the pros and cons of in religion, faith without works, or anything without works, or whatever. Or it ain't just about works, what they try to say. Don't do anything too much in public, give too much in public, or things about works, pros and cons of that. I made my point that people will use that biblical stuff that say, because they want to be able to slander you. You know, they're not really of the Bible. They want to be able to slander you, and designed really to discourage you from doing any good works publicly or giving yourself a good name. And in this physical world where we're in, you could either give yourself a bad name or good, you know, especially with work resumes and things like that. You can be disgraced or whatever. But I throw in extra things in parentheses that way because there's, you know, all kind of games people play. But yeah, anyway, if you got this far in this video to end this, there's like a subtleness, no matter how tough you think you are or want to be. Or you can have 27 black belts, but yet if you fracture somebody's ego, even verbally some ways, somebody will get mad later, shoot you, or get their buddies, and if they don't get their buddies to physically attack you, you bet they're slandering you behind your back. And well, even if there's certain things unproven, they got their clique where we're your family, we're your buddies, we'll stand by you, this person's on crack or whatever, we'll say it anyway, even though it's anything, you don't got a criminal record and it's disproven, you know. We don't like this. How dare this white guy look better than the rest of us, or how dare this other person same color as us? Yeah, how dare this black man that's the same color as us do better than our people? Yeah, white people got their lowlifes and crackheads. Black people got them, you know, too, and a lot of them, you know, make excuses for their own and all that. And I preached about the things where different people getting out of shit because they're the cute one and all that, and causes contention and all that stuff too. Where other ones, that's I'm stopping right there. That's anything I bring up extra there. It's just a teaser for other things I talk about. You know, I'm just stopping myself out from going and rambling all over the place. But yeah, anyway, if you got anything out of this, that's why I brought up my old neighborhood as an example. It's not like it was South Central Los Angeles, but yeah, shootings like that, that's why the hell they happen. You can be black and fracture somebody's ego, no other physical confrontation. Somebody will, under a cover of darkness, shoot you. Yeah, another black person will. It happens all the time. And these white leftists, anyway, they can kiss my ass with all this bullshit that they spew, that they use the word, you're spewing hate. The stuff that they spew, the one that does the spewing, if you disagree with them, you're spewing hate. That's all the card they always play. And then they want to dictate the facts, which it's basically laughable. And then some of them, you know, I say to them, you can go I say to some of them, you can go fuck a goddamn porcupine and may your kids turn out to be little pricks just like you. You know what I mean? That's it.